1, 2, 3, 4.
They call her Lady Luck, but she don't feel so lucky lately. Another name could take its place to suit her since the day she gave away dice and playing cards. The games that made her famous. The face of the insatiable is shaking off the chaos. She's not waiting for her lucky break. She's not a member where they let her in the club. She's not waiting for her luck to change. A secret handshake that was made up on the spot.
Welcome, ladies, gents, friends betwixt and beyond the gender binary, to Jam Mechanics, and indeed back into the Jam McAdemy. Class is in session. My name is Matt. I'm the Narcissist Cookbook, and with me
is Bug from Bug Hunter. Welcome back to the Jam Academy. We've had a lot of questions since the last episode came out. I'm pretending. People have been asking, does the Jam McCabin still exist, or is it now the Jam Academy? To clarify, the Jam Academy is where we work. That's our school that we founded. We still live in the Jam Academy. The Jam Academy is fine.
Yeah, exactly. You have to walk through the woods. There is no road. You're walking through the woods for 4 days and 4 nights, and eventually you just see this like neon sign, Bucky style, that just says Jam Academy, 372 more miles. And then you have to walk another... You have to walk another 10 days and 10 nights.
Speaking of Buc-ee's, I just went on a road trip all the way up to Maine. Not a single Buc-ee's on the East Coast. Very disappointing.
Yeah, tell me about your trip. You just went and did like a world tour of the Pacific, of the Atlantic Northeast.
The Atlantic Northeast, that's right. Yeah, me and my wife just went up. We did a 5-day trip up the coast. We did D.C., New York, Boston, Acadia National Park, and Portland, Maine. That's 5 cities. It was a 5-day trip. We were hauling ass up the East Coast. It was the most efficient East Coast journey that anyone's ever taken.
That is a holiday planned by somebody who usually plans a tour.
If you can imagine, Matt, I use the same spreadsheet that we use to plan our tours, to plan this vacation.
We gotta wake up. We gotta get going. Come on.
Yep, that's exactly how it was. My wife had never been to New York City before, and she had a authentic New York welcome. We stayed in Times Square. We were like, if we're going to go to New York, we need to go to Times Square. Matt stayed in Times Square. We got to stay in Times Square. We got to go to that.
You went to my pizza place.
I went to your pizza place. I was like,
tell them Matt sent you.
We pulled up to our hotel in Times Square, and this large gentleman in a suit, like the valet, right? We pulled up in the car. Valet comes out, and we roll down the window, and he's like, "Where you from?" And we're like, "Richmond, Virginia." Very excited. And he says, "Go back home." and I know he's doing a New York bit, right? So I'm like, all right, well, what if we say we're from Seattle, Washington? Is that any better? He's like, no, go back home anyway. And my wife is in the front seat. My wife is an angel. She's a real sweetheart. And she doesn't get people being mean humor. Yeah. And like, I'm like, this guy is doing a New York welcome to us. He's doing a very New York thing.
He's pulled a gun. You have a gun in your face right now.
He keeps kind of messing with my wife, and like we go around back, and I'm like at the back of the trunk, and I'm like, you're the first person that my wife has met in this city, and you are scaring her. And he eventually dropped the bit and he authentically welcomed us to New York City. But for the rest of the trip, she was like, I'm not going anywhere near that guy.
That's fantastic. But also that reminds me, did you finish watching Mission Impossible 3?
We did finish watching Mission Impossible 3.
On my recommendation. You're following so much. You're living life Matt style right now, okay? Times Square.
We really are. We watched the first half, and it was pretty intense for her.
The opening sequence... is torture where someone is threatening to kill Tom Cruise's wife in front of him.
Yes.
So
Immediately.
It's great, and it's fantastic.
It's a cold open. It's a very cold open with the torture scene. Yeah, we almost didn't make it through the first scene of the movie, but she clung on. We got to halfway. She needed a break to make some tea. We stopped it that night, and then 2 days later, we found some time to finish it.
So, like, tell me, what did you think?
I liked it. It's a good movie. It's very 2000s. It's very 2000s.
Yeah, it is. I went back to it. It's got a lot of shaky cam. I think 1, 3, and 4 classics, and the others are totally fine. They all have their moments, but 1, 3, and 4.
So, anyways, this is a songwriting podcast.
Yeah, exactly. Welcome to Jam Mechanics.
I'm Bug. This is Matt. We are doing a podcast together where we go away for 3 hours after receiving a challenge to write a song. We write that song, and then we come back and show off kind of what we've created and talk about it. This season, we are doing a Wikipedia chain where we started episode 1 with a random Wikipedia page and then got 2 clicks each to go away and find a challenge page for the other one. We're going to come back this week starting from that page we were challenged on, and we have another 2 clicks to find a page to challenge the other. But before we get to the songwriting stuff, we actually have to get to know each other. We have to. It's in our contract. I have a question for you, Matt, from our list of questions that you can submit if you find our Discord. You can submit a question for us to ask here. This one is from Andrew with a coffee emoji next to it. So I'm going to say, this is Andrew Coffee, asks, can you tell us about a time you experienced a serendipity bop? A serendipity bop is that song that comes along just like right at that moment that just describes your whole shit. It just clocks you immediately, and you feel seen by this song, and it's just perfect.
Yes. I've got a song called 0121 Do One by Pest.
Cool.
Where I went to, and that was a band that I went to see live, and they were supporting another band that I was going to see. Support band. I like support bands. I am there to support them. Yeah. That is what that means.
Yeah,
I am there to support them.
Yeah.
But usually they walk off stage, and I'm like, I have immediately forgotten everything that's happened.
Yeah.
And these guys were fucking great, and they have a song that just goes, 0121 Do One, and it's fantastic.
And you felt that.
I did feel that. I felt that in my soul. I've forgotten what Serendipity Bop is about, okay? Yeah. Like, if it needs to appeal to my emotions, I haven't had an emotion in 17 years. So I'm just looking for a song that makes me go, ha ha ha. I haven't heard anyone do that before.
I have a pretty strange Serendipity Bop story. I don't think this will ever be topped in terms of feeling seen from a song. So it's 2020. People are like, you sound like the Mountain Goats. And I'm like, I've never listened to the Mountain Goats before. I know I've heard of them, but I've never listened to them. So I'm like, all right, let's just start a Mountain Goats journey. I'm going to go to the Mountain Goats Spotify page, and I just picked a random song. And it wasn't the top song. I just looked through the list, and I was like, I'm going to just choose one, and it's going to be this one. And I clicked a song. I think it's called Dance Music. And Dance Music starts with the line, I was living on Johnson Avenue in San Luis Obispo, California. And I was like, oh, because I was living on Johnson Avenue in San Luis Obispo, California, when I bought my first guitar off of Craigslist in 2013. This is super targeted music towards me, specifically Bug from Bug Hunter. And I really did like the song. But from there, I was like, well, I feel so seen from this song that I'm not going to listen to any more Mountain Goats. And I never listened to them again because I was
you got to retire undefeated.
Unless the next song was like, I was sitting at my kitchen table in Seattle, Washington, listening to the Mountain Goats, figuring out if they sounded like Bug from Bug Hunter. It wasn't going to be any more specific than it already was.
No. Every single song is just like, I was, and then just something hyper, the most specific thing you've ever heard in your entire life. My social security number is... I don't know why John Darnielle sounds like a fucking robot. I got a question for you, Bug. This is a question from Sin. And this is a question that I wish I'd asked last time and then saw this time and remembered. Kirby just swallowed you.
No.
What item and ability do they inherit? Kirby is a god, and when he inhales you, he takes on some of your qualities. So say he inhales a car, he kind of becomes a car, and he can go beep beep and he can drive. Kirby just swallowed you. What ability does Kirby take on when he ingests your corporeal form?
Here's the problem with this question. My brand has gotten kind of wrecked from this podcast because I talk about spreadsheets a lot.
Okay,
and so
good.
my first answer to this is like some sort of spreadsheet ability. I don't know what that looks like in the real world. Sorting, you can sort things real quick. I don't know. But I've been getting, any time that one of our fans sees something spreadsheet related in a meme or a reel, I get DM'd. So I feel like I need to start talking about things other than spreadsheets.
Yeah, I know what you mean, because I get sent videos and memes and stuff on Instagram.
How do they clock you?
Sexy Cthulhu.
Okay, sure.
Generally,
Yeah.
Literally anything about Cthulhu. But if someone drops a new fuckable Cthulhu meme, I'm going to get sent that about 77 times. Do we know each other?
Do we know each other? I feel like we know each other. Are we ready to do some songwriting?
We are ready to do some songwriting. We've already explained it. I'm going to start with the prompt that I was given last week,
Yes.
which is the Wikipedia page for optical illusion. I'm going to take 2 clicks away from that, and I'm
Yes.
going to land on something that I'm going to challenge you with.
All right, so Matt's got optical illusion. I have 1984. We both get 2 clicks away from this page. Try not to go backwards, and then we will send each other something to write about.
This is interesting. Oh, okay.
I have to. It's like I'm staring at this page. I just have to. There's nothing I can do about it. It's here in front of me, and I have to do it. Unfortunately, Matt, I have to. It's like a black hole pulling my cursor into it. There's nothing I can do.
Okay, I know what I'm gonna.
Okay.
This is interesting. Yeah. Okay.
All right, Matt, I got a challenge for you. So I was on the 1984 Wikipedia page, and I scrolled through, and I felt like a lot of these are very specific 1984 references, and I'm just going to end up back in the 1984 world if I don't pick something kind of radical. So I clicked on a page called Rat Torture.
Okay.
So I'm like, all right, I'm going to go to Rat Torture. I'm just going to see what I find there. And it may be terrible. And then once I got there, it was over. You're either going to love this or you are going to hate this. But I found something else that utilizes rat torture as a plot element, I guess. I don't know. Matt, here you are.
Okay. I am looking at the Wikipedia for the film, the John Singleton movie, Too Fast, Too Furious. Fine. I've never seen this movie.
Neither have I. Apparently there's rat torture in it.
Okay, well, here is what I've got for you. I clicked on Phantom. I clicked from optical illusion to Phantom Limb.
Cool.
You know what a phantom limb is?
Yeah, it's where when your arm is haunted.
Yeah, it's where you have an amputation, and then you can still sense that limb that is gone.
Yeah.
From there, I had a couple of options. I did find just the Wikipedia for the word breast, and I really thought about it, but in the end I was like, oh, this is more interesting. I am going to send you this.
Let me look at this. Weather pains. Okay, weather pains is a phenomenon that occurs when people with conditions such as arthritis or limb injuries can claim to feel pain, particularly with changes in barometric pressure and humidity. Okay, yeah, I know about this, but I didn't know it was called weather pains. This is old man on the porch being like, it's gonna rain today.
And I was like, you know what? That sounds like something Bug could write a song about.
Yeah, cool. I'm stoked on this. I like this a lot.
I'm trying to help you, Bug.
No,
okay? I'm
yeah.
trying to do you a solid here. And you're just like, no, Too Fast, Too Furious.
I had no choice. I don't think there was any other words on the page besides Too Fast, Too Furious. I think when I got there, the Wikipedia page for rat torture just has, it redirects to Too Fast, Too Furious.
Oh, Christ. What do I know about Too Fast, Too Furious? Right. I mean, it's got Vin Diesel in it. It's got Paul Walker in it. The plot follows ex-LAPD officer Brian O'Connor and his ex-con friend who transported a shipment of dirty money for shady Miami-based import-export dealer Carter Veroni while secretly working with undercover agent Monica Fuentes to bring Fiona. This is too complicated a plot for me.
I'm exhausted.
Wow, on a budget of $76 million, it made $236.4 million. Should they make 8 more movies in this series?
I think they got an idea here. I think they should run with it.
I'm excited to see what I come up with for Too Fast, Too Furious, and I'm excited to see what you come up with for Weather Pains.
Weather Pains. Amazing. We will be back in 3 hours with 2 songs to show off on this special episode that we're calling 2 Jams, 2 Mechanics. And we are back from the break. Welcome back to Jam Mechanics. Matt, how was your Jam Mechanics?
I had a lot of fun with that one.
Did you?
Should I just explain? Since I'm going to go first,
You're going to go first. I went first last week, so you're going to go first this week. Okay. I need you to explain the screenshot that you sent to me.
I will.
Within 4 seconds of us hanging up the call.
So I've never seen Too Fast, Too Furious. I tried to look up like a Cinema Sins summary of this movie, and the first thing I see is a video called, it just has a picture of the 2 leads and it just says gay and it's called 2 by 2 Furious, and immediately 2 by 2 Curious is right there.
It was right there.
It's
right
right
there.
there.
Yeah.
But it is a 20-minute video that explains the plot of Too Fast and the Furious through the lens of the gay subtext of the film. I'm like, fantastic. I'm going to write an entire song based purely on the information I'm going to get from this video. I have now seen 2 by 2 Curious. And I have written a song, I think kind of from the perspective of Eva Mendes's character. And I'll be honest, I don't know the name of the two main characters either.
No idea. I love
This
this.
also, I think, could double as the third part of Death Zamboni, Jeff's Lament. Shut Up and Drive. Shut Up and Drive is the title of this song.
Okay.
Because Death Zamboni is from the perspective of the person who has the Zamboni. And Jeff's Lament is from the perspective of Jeff, Zamboni person's best friend, who they have a complicated romantic history, but now Zamboni person has a new girlfriend. Shut Up and Drive is from the perspective of the girlfriend.
This is groundbreaking. Season 4, bringing the sequels that everybody has been clamoring for.
Here we go.
I can't wait.
Do you want to listen to it?
Yeah, let's go ahead and listen to it. So I have a song here called "Shut Up and Drive," and we're gonna take a listen to this right now. We don't have to wait any longer. We're gonna go.
We don't.
In 3, 2, 1, go.
Okay. You guys have clearly got a history. Is it just me, or are the windows in here getting kind of misty? The vibes are not exactly off, but they're not quite where I thought they'd be. I've got a funny feeling there's something you're not telling me. And I don't want to assume. You know, I wouldn't want to pry. I don't want to be the thing that comes between both of you guys. I can leave. Seems to me there's still some meat left on these bones. You can chew each other out all you like when you're alone. Shut up and drive. You guys have got a lot to say, but you don't want to talk, so guess you gotta play this game. I won't survive another ride with you. I think I'd rather die. I mean it, man. So pull up or shut up and drive. Shut up and drive. Okay, let's do a cold open and cut right to the chase. I've seen a million married couples with less chemistry than this. There are devils, demons, incubi whose blood don't run as hot. All the great lovers of fiction, they would kill for what you got, but throw a punch, not a kiss, if that's what you gotta do. Keep your passion under wraps and act like everything is cool. Keep pissing nitroglycerin, keep burning it for fuel. Keep getting in his face like that. I know you like the view. Shut up and drive. You guys have got a lot to say, but you don't want to talk, so guess you gotta play this game. I won't survive another ride with you. I think I'd rather die. I mean it, man. So pull up or shut up and drive. Shut up and drive. Shut up and drive.
Hell yeah! All right, I should have gone first. Good song, good song, Matt.
I'm happy with that.
Good
I will
song.
say that song feels like it needs to go to a third place, and I don't know what that place is going to be.
Sure, I can see it going just a little bit further, just giving it just a little bit more. But what the foundation there is great.
Yeah, I'm really happy with that foundation. I had about 13 minutes to write the chorus. I had the verses ready to go. I recorded the entire song without the chorus. I was just like, what am I going to do? What am I going to do? And I think I pulled out something like totally serviceable. Like it is. I don't think it is the greatest chorus I've ever written, but it turned out a lot better than I thought it was going to.
For a panic chorus, it's very, very strong. Can you send me the lyrics? Do you got the lyrics or?
I got the lyrics right here.
Yeah, no, I mean the verses were just so playful. They were so playful. You could tell that you were locked in and in the zone. I don't want to skip right to keep pissing nitroglycerin because then everything else we're going to talk about is lower on the tier list than that. But we can start with keep pissing nitroglycerin, keep burning it for fuel, keep getting in his face like that. I know you like the view. It's great. Yeah. Good job. Good job.
Yeah. Unfortunately, nitroglycerin is not what a nitro is. I thought nitros are on cars.
Hey Matt, who gives a shit? It's a great line.
No, I know.
I
know. But it's explosive. So I was like, pissing nitroglycerin, I can't tie it back to cars, but burning it for fuel, there we go. I kind of did it.
If anyone's going to actually you about that line, like you just can't, because sometimes the vibes are just vibes and things that sound cool are just cool.
As usual, I think I say this every time there's a song that I'm happy with. Like the only reason this happened was because the first line happened completely by accident, where it's like, okay, you guys have clearly got a history. And I'm a big fan of lines that sound like they're being spoken but have a rhythm to them. And I was like, as soon as I did that, I was like, oh, that's a whole song. I've got a whole song just from that one line.
I think that's if we're gonna try and give more songwriting advice, I think what you've done here is a very good example of, you have an idea, right? You have this concept. It's two people who are into each other, but maybe not showing it. And choosing the perspective from which the song is written is like super, super important, because you could have made a very like cliche song out of one of these two people's perspective, but putting it back into a third person who just wants nothing to do with it. It's just brilliant.
Well, I spent the first like half hour trying to write it from one of their perspectives until I realized that I've already written that song, and that's Jeff's Lament.
Yeah.
Like, and I'm happy with that song, and if anything I wrote from one of their perspectives would just be repeating that. And so then I thought, what's the third character in that story? Yeah. And the third character in that story exists in Too Fast, Too Furious as well.
If you tell this story from one of their perspectives, it could get sad. But when you tell it from a impartial third person who has a different priority than the two people the song is about, which is like surviving in, even if this doesn't exist in the Jeff's Lament Dustin Boney world, even if it's its own standalone song, they clearly have this like, I'm tired of this dynamic, and they're just calling it out, which is just a brilliant way to approach this idea. Let me ask you this. You start your second verse, okay, let's do a cold open and cut right to the chase. Is there any reason that you didn't want to make that the first verse?
Yeah, because okay, you guys have clearly got a history as a better opening line. And then also because I wrote it second.
Sometimes that's just how it goes.
Although I am a big believer. I think I took this from Bon Jovi, I think. Sometimes if you don't know where to go from a song, take your first verse and say, okay, that's going to be my second verse, and what goes before that. Or take your second verse and put that first, and then say, okay, well, how does that change the story?
That's a cool, interesting idea. Yeah.
Thank you, Bon.
Yeah, thanks, Bon. My song had a kind of unrelated first line that I kept in. You'll hear it. It's kind of unrelated to kind of how the rest of the song goes, but I liked it, and then I just kept it in as kind of a hook, and then never come back to it. Yeah, this opening line clearly got a history. Is it just me, or the windows here getting kind of misty? I love that history with misty. That's just I like that rhyme. It's just playful. I feel like your rhymes in this song are as like playful as your tone.
I need you to know, I don't really have an internal monologue, but I do have a bug that lives in my brain that goes, I'm going to stop respecting you if you rhyme history with mystery, Matt. If you rhyme history with mystery, I'll respect you less. I'm like, okay, I gotta work harder. That's part of the reason why I think, like, I like the chorus, but I think the chorus works despite the fact that the rhymes in it are very straight down the middle. Like, there isn't really there's one thing that interesting that happens in the chorus, which is I won't survive another ride with you, I think I'd rather die. Like, that is the reason the chorus works.
Like we said, this was a panic chorus after having a really good idea, and this is Jam Mechanic's Baby, where sometimes you just got to get to the end of the song, and you clearly have like a nugget of gold in this. I don't know what the season holds for us, but I'm already like top 3 songs that I want Matt to come back to and finish.
I had a nugget of gold, and I really just needed to pinch it off. Like, I just I was so focused on saying that before the opportunity missed that I don't know what kind of remember what I was going to say afterwards. No. I was just like, shut up, so I can say what I was going to say, but nuggets. I'll definitely finish this. This will be something. And like, I think it kind of works as a 2-minute song. Like, I think that this is a solid 2-minute song, but if I can come up with a third act to this song, then I think I've got a banger on my hands. Yeah,
one third final bridge that can pinch off that final nugget. I think you got something.
Yeah, thanks, Bug. So you're saying if I can just keep getting better and do something so much better than everything that's come before this, then it'll be fine.
If you can do a good job and then also do a better job, then you'll be perfect.
Great. Okay, this is why my life is a fucking misery.
No.
I want to hear your song.
Okay. Let's do that then. Let me give you mine. So my page was weather pains. It was weather pains. And I researched that for a little bit. I read that it's kind of scientifically not totally backed up. From their studies, they can't be like, when people have those pains, like it is like 100% that it's going to rain or whatever. They were like, Sometimes yes, sometimes no. The jury is out on whether it's real or not. So I bounced around a lot of ideas for this. I feel like I'd say I struggled with this song probably about the same amount as last week, but I stuck with my idea the entire time and spent the full 3 hours on it. And I came up with something that I don't think it's done, but it has the skeleton of a song. It's called The Expert.
Okay, we're going to listen to The Expert, one take demo 1.mp3. We're going to listen to it in 3, in 2, in 1. The Expert.
I'm coughing out the ash and smoke to tell you that I told you so. Vesuvius was bound to blow, and I felt it in my joints and bones. I felt it in my joints and bones. What makes you the expert? Is it luck or something else? Everybody gets hurt when they can't protect themselves. So I told you once, I told you twice. I said you must take my advice. What makes me the expert? I was right about the earthquakes. I was right about the floods. I saw that iceberg coming, but the captain didn't budge. And I had sensed the huge tsunami that would wipe us off the map. The aches across my body, the alerts before collapse. You're running out of time to listen, ignoring signs and superstition. What makes you the expert? Is it luck or something else? Everybody gets hurt when they can't protect themselves. I told you once, I told you twice. I said you must take my advice. What makes me the expert? I was right about the warning signs, the subtle grounds that shift, the change in your direction, slow as continental drift. So when you told me it was over, the Red Cross was standing by. We had tents and foods and doctors, and not a single person died. Cause when you are prepared like me, the ground is always high. Your heart is never broken, and your feet are always dry. And it's not signs or superstition, sometimes it's just repetition that makes you the expert. It's not luck, it's something else. Everybody gets hurt when they can't predict themselves. So I told you once, I told you twice. I said you must take my advice. What makes me the expert? I was right.
Yeah! Fuck yeah! Oh, that's great. That's great. Immediately, that feels like it fits in with like Not Your Fault Kids. Like a darker tone that you write in, mostly on Jam Mechanics. I think that's a place that you wouldn't necessarily go if you weren't under the clock.
The larger point of this is talking about like sensing disasters before they happen, kind of tying that to like natural disasters, to then sensing maybe the end of a relationship and like preparedness for that, guarding your heart when you've lived through it enough. You can see the signs coming and prepare yourself. And I don't think I make any judgments here about whether that is the correct way to live your life or not. I'm just kind of painting a character in this song that does that.
And it feels like a metaphor for not necessarily, someone who thinks there's always going to be Vesuvius exploding. It's like small scale. If I'm always expecting the worst, I'm always prepared.
Yeah.
I can relate to that. I could sense where it was going immediately with Vesuvius was bound to blow. I could feel it in my joints and bones.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, that's so cool. You're tying like a historical event to something a lot more small scale and small stakes.
Yeah.
You do a thing in this that I like a lot, where the chorus sort of sneaks up on you. Like you're listening to the verse and then you're like, whoa, oh, we're in the chorus. And then the end of the chorus sneaks up on you.
Yes.
And then you're back in the verse, and it keeps this momentum going for the whole song.
Yeah, almost all of my transitions were sneaky ones. My bridge is very strange. My verses end on F, and then my bridge starts on F, and then ends on F minor, and then the chorus starts on F. It's a very strange chord progression. It's like F to F to F minor to F is the transition between the verse, the bridge, and the chorus, which I have never done anything like that before in a song. You don't realize you're in the chorus until you are, and then you also don't realize you're in the verses until you are.
That's a good trick to pull in a first verse, verse, chorus. But if you can, the fact that you're able to keep pulling that trick into the second verse or second chorus, that's awesome.
I also liked how the end of the chorus does flow into the verses. It says, "What makes me the expert? I was right about the earthquakes. I was right about the floods." And then the end of the song is, "What makes me the expert? I was right." You know, it's
great.
Yeah, that's a really neat trick. I really love doing that, where I have the last line of the song hidden in the song already.
What a great song.
What a great
song. What I wrote down was just like Vesuvius was bound to blow, darker tones, not your fault, kid. And I really like how the chorus and the end of the chorus sneaks up on you. It really keeps the momentum going. Besides that, I was just like, this just bangs.
If I had to prioritize here what needs work, it's the bridge, the part about, so when you told me it was over, the Red Cross is standing by, we had tents and foods and doctors, not a single person died. I like that. The next line is, because when you are as prepared like me, the ground is always high, your heart is never broken, and your feet are always dry. It just felt like it doesn't have that kind of signature kind of like lyrical flow where it feels smooth. It just felt a little choppy, like I had to like sit on a syllable for a second a little bit longer than I wanted to. I know what you mean. Yeah. And so that was the very last thing I wrote just to get into the final chorus because I was running out of time. And that is the part where like it seems like to be a little bit more of the emotional crux of the song. And I don't feel like I landed it right there. That feels rough around the edges, and I see what it is, but it's not there yet.
There is a term for the thing that we tend to write. I think it's called iambic pentameter. It tends to be what me and you identify as a line that has a good flow. For example, we had tents and foods and doctors, not a single person died. It's just a da-dum, 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 da-dum. And Shakespeare would do that a lot.
Oh, man.
And
so I'm as good as Willy.
You've got that Big Willy style going on.
I got that Big Willy energy.
Yeah. But yeah, and that's always sort of what I am aiming for. And also, it's also something that like listeners don't necessarily care that you're not doing it, but they know on a subliminal level when you are not doing it. It's more that they know when you are doing it, and therefore they can sense when it's not there. I have a question.
Yeah.
Here's an issue that I would have run into with this song. It's a song about weather pains, and so the immediate line that suggests itself is, I can feel it in my bones. The problem with I can feel it in my bones is that that's a cliche.
Yes.
And you want to try and stay away from cliches, but there is, like the reason I gave you this challenge as soon as I saw it is I was just like, oh, there is meat here. And you have it, I felt it in my joints and bones, and I had that kind of like, I was like, oh, you said it. And you kind of have to, because it's part of the idea, it's part of the concept. I was wondering if you had any internal struggle about whether to put feel it in my bones in a way there where it's like, I don't want to say it because that's a cliche. You want to stay away from cliches because they've been used so much that they don't mean anything anymore. Yeah,
so I'd say that's where I started the song. I'm coughing out the ash and smoke to tell you that I told you so. Even that melody never comes back again. That could be excised from the song entirely. I think I do a better job of it later. Later on, I'd said I had sensed the huge tsunami that would wipe us off the map, the aches across my body, the alerts before collapse. I feel like it's a better version of felt it in my bones, right? That is the same thing, right? That is, I feel like if I didn't have that first verse and I still had the line, the aches across my body, the alerts before collapse, that would have satisfied the prompt. You're right to call it out, right? It is a cliche, but I also think that if you are trying to start something, like I was, just do it. Just write it, right? Because sometimes you just got to get it down. And you could see that from there, I went to places that I'm a lot happier with. I could go back and I could change that line.
You know what? We are doing such a good job.
Oh, we're so good at this. It's unbelievable.
Is this charming? Is it, listener? Is it charismatic to you when at the end of every episode we're just like, we're so fucking good at this?
We're so good. we're actually incapable of putting on a bad episode of Jam Mechanics. As a quick check-in, I am really enjoying the format of this season. The constraint of the 2-click system, as well as also just like the thing that I get to write a song off of as a full page of stuff to kind of like play with and chew on, has been really, really fun for me.
It skips the middleman in a process that I was doing anyway.
Yeah.
Wikipedia was generally the first place I was going to.
Yeah.
If you gave me like a subject or an object, something like that,
Yeah.
it's so fun to be able to look at the Wikipedia page for Too Fast, Too Furious and go, okay, am I going to write about the plot? Am I going to write about the production?
Yes.
Am I going to write about the director? Am I going to write about this? It just gives me so much to work with right off the bat. I love it.
And you are 2 for 2 for sticking to the prompt.
It's doing it. This is doing it.
This was the thing. This was the bumpers on the bowling lane that we needed.
So what you're saying is we got it right episode 1 season 1 and then we went wildly off course for 4 seasons.
Yeah. If you like our season 4 format, go ahead and tell us in the live chat that we're doing right now. If you are watching this live on YouTube, thanks for hanging out with us live. If you are not listening to this live with us, you can do that by joining our Discord. Find the link in the description. And if you want any of these songs, either The Expert or Shut Up and Drive, you can go to our Bandcamp at jammechanics.bandcamp.com or jammechanics.com. Either of those are going to have these as pay what you want, so you can get these for free. Or if you want to support us, you can throw a couple bucks our way.
If you want to share anything that you wrote, whether it be a song or a poem or even a drawing or anything, there is going to be a specific channel in the Discord for doing that. Go in there and share your tidbits.
Yeah, and I'm going to guess, I think it'd be physically impossible for this episode to be out before we go on our UK tour. So if you didn't see us this year, hopefully we plan on touring again next year, in both the US and Europe. Just keep an eye out for tour dates next year. This might come out before my show in New Zealand. So if by chance it's before November 13th, come see me in Auckland. It's going to be a really fun time.
We couldn't do a bad job if we tried, bud.
We have tried to do a bad job. There's been a couple of times where we agreed behind the scenes to do a bad job and it just didn't work. So
maybe season 5 is going to be like, okay, let's do a bad job.
Oops, all bad job. Bad job was my favorite GoldenEye character.
I was trying to remember what his name was. I was like, Blowjob? Is that what his name is? What's his name? Odd Job. Fuck. Amazing. And here's my henchman, Blowjob.
We're going to leave it on that note, folks. We have been the Jam Mechanics. My name is Bug from Bug Hunter.
I'm Matt. I'm from the Narcissist Cookbook.
And remember, we are incapable. 1, 2, 3, 4.
They call her Lady Luck, but she don't feel so lucky lately. Another name could take its place to suit her since the day she gave her rented dice and playing cards. The games that made her famous. The face of the insatiable is shaking off the chaos. She's not waiting for her lucky break. She's not a member, they let her in the club. She's not waiting.